Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Dazza. And as things are changing on the channel, you'll probably notice that each and every week now I am doing a new ranking video. And last week, if I remember rightly, it was home free. And this week I am doing my top 10 Morissette videos that I have reacted to. So all of the reactions of Morissette that I have done, I am picking out my top 10 and putting them all in a list. And it was hard work, I'm not gonna lie, but I have come up with that list. I've got it down. So here is my top 10 list of Morissette songs. Starting in at number 10 is Bleeding Love. And the reason why I chose this one is I'm a fan of the song anyway. It's a Leona Lewis song. I'm a fan of the song, but I really love this setting. That it's Morissette, it's a keyboard, it's a microphone and a recording, and that's it. That, like, if I had the choice of like listening to her in a concert or listening to her in a bedroom, I would choose her bedroom because it's just a much better setting. I find that you get better quality and it's raw and things like that. So yeah, at number 10 I have Bleeding Love, and at number 9 I don't know if it was done on the same day, but it's in the, I believe it's in the same room, and it's Who You Are, which is the Jessie J cover. And I know that she has sung this with Jessie J. I think it was on The Voice Philippines, or she may have been at a Jessie J concert or something, but I don't know. I really like this one because the same as Bleeding Love, that I love the setting. The reason why this one was at number 9 is I just believe it's a more powerful performance and it's a more powerful song as well. At number 8, I've put in the song Halo. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the original song by Beyonce, but Morissette slayed this one. This is one that I never really listened to that much from Beyonce. I've listened to the Morissette version a lot more than the Beyonce version, and I don't know why. It's not just like the Beyonce version is absolutely incredible. Like it's an iconic song from her. But I don't know, it's just one of them that never really stuck to me. But the Morissette version did, and it had to go on this list. So yeah, at number 8 is Halo. Number 7, that this is just like personal preference, but like if this would have been a better quality video, then it probably would have ended up higher on the list. But at number 7 is Chandelier, which is the performance that she done with Darren Bento. I can't get his first name wrong because it's my name, but I can get his second name wrong. I think it's Espanto. It's the duet that they done at the concert, and like I said, that it was an incredible performance. And I think I said in the reaction to that video that I really liked how she gave him the spotlight, and I learned from that. I believe that like they've got a close relationship anyway, but she gave him the spotlight and still slayed her like her parts as well. But yeah, it's just the quality of that video that put it a little bit further down this list. Because of the quality of the video, I don't listen to it as much as others. So yeah, and also like the ones above, like you'll see anyway as as we go on. So yeah, at number 7 was Chandelier, which is the cover of the Sia song. Number 6 was a wild ride. That when I first reacted to this, and I got so many requests to react to this, and I took so long to actually do it, but I've listened to it so many times since. That at number 6 is the Bruno Mars medley, and yeah, this was a wild ride with some like classic Bruno Mars songs that she sings perfectly. That I remember the video, I remember reacting to it. Some of the newest stuff that Bruno Mars has sung, I'm not overly familiar with, so it got to a point in that medley where I knew every song, and then after that point I was like, I don't think I know this song. I've not heard this song. If I go back and listen to it now, that I might have heard it here and there on other things, but at the time of recording that, there were songs that I didn't know from Bruno Mars, and I thought I was like pretty familiar with Bruno Mars's music, but apparently not at the time. So yeah, at number 6 was the Bruno Mars medley, and this is another one that probably should have been higher on the list. I didn't want to put it higher on the list because it's a medley of songs. It had to be on there because it's probably one of the best performances that I've seen from her, especially like live in that sort of setting. But yeah, it had to be on the list, but it couldn't be as high on the list. That higher on the list though, at number 5, is You Are the Reason. And this, I believe this was my first introduction to Daryl Ong. And this is probably the most powerful duet that I've seen on the channel so far. That not just Morissette or not just Daryl, but I mean overall. That this blew my socks off. It really did. This was just absolutely incredible from start to finish. And I'm a fan of this song anyway. It's Callum Scott and Leona Lewis. That I'm a big fan of the song. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I've listened to that song by Callum Scott and Leona Lewis since I heard this duet. This one is like the Morissette and Daryl Ong version went onto my playlist, and that's the version I listen to a lot now. I think the only times I would have heard the Callum Scott and Leona Lewis one is if it comes on the radio. And I'm just realising now that that's 2 Leona Lewis songs that have made it to this list. So well done, Leona. But yeah, so number 5 is You Are the Reason. And yeah, like I said, that was incredible. But what'll be interesting as well is let me know down below if you agree with these rankings, and let me know if you would have had these rankings in different positions or not, or if you would have had some higher and some lower. And like, this is just personal preference, and like I said, as we get from like 4 to 1 there, you might think, oh no, that shouldn't have been there, or this should have been there. And like there might be songs that have not even made this list, and you feel that they should have, that like obviously that I've reacted to. I can't put songs on there that I haven't even seen yet. But yeah, you need to let me know in the comments down below if you agree with this list so far. But until then, we're gonna carry on with this. So at number 4 was Against All Odds, and you look at it and you think it's the Mariah Carey version. I know that she didn't sing the original, but you look at it and think the Mariah Carey version. And I remember like listening to this and thinking that like this woman is the Mariah of the Philippines. That it was just absolutely incredible. And it ain't even nothing to do with the fact that like my fascination with a Wish bus or anything, but it was just that like this performance was just, I can't think of another performance like lower on this list that could have gone above this. That in terms of like her vocals, it was just out of this world. And like, people class Morissette as one of the best in the Philippines, and when you hear songs like this, and when you hear her singing songs like this, you can fully understand why. So yeah, at number 4 was Against All Odds, which is the Mariah Carey cover. Number 3 is the only original on this list, and I put this on this list because it had to be there basically. But there's another song. Is it called Love You More or Love You Still? That after I finished this list, I was thinking, crap, it should have been on here. Why is it not on here? But then I didn't want to change the list because this was the first instinct, should I say, as a list. So yeah, so Love You More or Love You Still, I can't remember which one it's called, but that probably should have been on this list, but it's not. But at number 3 we've got Aking Kana Lang, which is probably the one and only non-English original song on the channel that I've listened to on more than one occasions after reacting to it. I've done a few songs in different languages, but none that I've gone back to after. This is one that I've gone back to on quite a lot of occasions, and even though I'm not going to embarrass myself by singing badly on it, I know some of the lyrics as well, and I don't speak any other language other than English and Finnish, so I've managed to pick up some of the song as well. So yeah, I really do like this, and it is such a powerful song that I listen to it a lot through like Amazon Music and things like that, so I don't follow along with the lyrics. But when I do listen to it on YouTube and I follow along with the lyrics, like, you just get to see how powerful this song is. So yeah, at number 3 is Aking Kana Lang, which is probably one of her best songs that like probably should have been number 1 on this list, to be fair, but for my own personal reasons it couldn't make it up to number 1. It had to stay at number 3, and for the reason for that is that at number 2, this was my first ever reaction to Morissette, so this had to be high on the list. It was an absolutely phenomenal like cover anyway of the song, but yeah, it was my first reaction to her, and I've not looked back since. And at number 2 is Never Enough, and this is the cover of the song from The Greatest Showman. And Yeah, I can remember like reacting to this song. That before I'd done this, a lot of people were saying to me like, "Oh, you should try Morissette. You should do Morissette." I think at the time I was like, the channel was starting to pick up a bit. I'd just come away from doing just comedy and adding the music element to the channel, and I was doing a few Angelina Jordan and things like that. And people were saying to me like, "You should do Morissette. You should do Katrina Velarde and things like that." And at the time, I was thinking, I've never heard of them. I don't know. And then I'd do some research, and I'm like, they're from the Philippines. That there's what singers can you tell me that are from the Philippines? So yeah, I was so negative towards doing it, and then like I got a few comments, and I thought, do you know what? Let me just do one. And I looked through Morissette's, and I see this Never Enough on the Wish Bus, and it was actually my first introduction to the Wish Bus as well. And I saw this performance, and like my mind, it was just like the whole way through. It was just phenomenal because my preference has always been female vocalists, especially if they can hit them high notes like Morissette does. So yeah, so this had to be high on the list. This had to be very, very high on the list. So yeah, at number 2 is Never Enough, which is the cover from The Greatest Showman. And number 1. Okay, so number 1 is a song that before I listened to Morissette doing it, I never ever listened to this song unless it came on the radio and things like that. So I knew of it, and I know that they done a version of the song with another artist as well, but I'd never ever really got into the song. And then I listened to Morissette do it. If you could go onto Amazon Music and check the statistics of how many times a song has been played, this song will be very high up there. And at number 1 is Secret Love Song, which is the Little Mix cover. I'm not a fan of Little Mix. It's not my kind of music to listen to at all. But for some reason, like after listening to Morissette sing this song, it has become one of my favourites overall through the channel. If I had to do like a top 10 list of songs that I've reacted to throughout the entire channel for every artist, this one would still probably make it into the top 5 because it is just amazing that she sings this so well. And I'm not one to compare covers to original artists and things like that, but I've always said that I don't have to compare it, but I can still have a preference. And my preference with this every time would be the Morissette version over the Little Mix. And when I was saying about to do it with another artist, they done another version with Jason Derulo. I don't know if that was the original version or they later on added him in. I really don't know, to be honest. I don't really care. But yeah, Secret Love Song is at number 1 because for me it's just one of the most played. It's on a kitchen playlist, it's on a bike playlist. Like I ride to work and this comes on the bike, and like along with a couple of others. So from this list you could actually think that I've got Secret Love Song, Never Enough, Akin Kana Lang, You Are the Reason, and there's another one, but it's not on this list. They're all on my kitchen playlist. So yeah, there's quite a few that like get played on a regular basis, but probably none more than Secret Love Song. And it might come to a point where like I'll listen to another Morissette song that will overtake that, but for now nothing has done. I've got another one lined up that I'm doing later today or maybe tomorrow, but it's a song. What's that Lady Gaga song from A Star Is Born? There's I got into this song a few weeks ago and now it's gone. It's that. I really can't remember. It's here. 1 second. I got to click on this because it's going to bug the crap out of me. So the song that I'm doing is Always Remember Us This Way. That's the song that I'm doing. It would have bugged the life out of me. So yeah, I got into that song a few weeks ago, and then it came up as a suggestion on YouTube that that Morissette covered it. So I thought, oh yeah, let me do that. But I haven't done it yet, so it's not been done in time to make this list. If it would have actually made the list, I don't know. But yeah, so that's the top 10. So what we've got Bleeding Love at number 10, Who You Are at number 9, number 8 is Halo, number 7 is Chandelier, number 6 is Bruno Mars Medley, number 5 You Are the Reason, Against All Odds at number 4, Akin Kana Lang at number 3, Never Enough at number 2, and number 1 for Morissette is Secret Love Song. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with this ranking list. Let me know if you would have had it any other way. Let me know if there's any songs that I've missed from this that you would have had to have in your top 10 list, because I'm interested to know. But until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Be kind. Oh, and by the way, you'll probably notice the name of the channel has changed from Daz Reacts to Dazza, because I'm doing a lot more videos like this where it's away from reactions and things like that. So I've gone for a different path. So let me know if there's any other artists that I do on the channel that you want me to do a top 10 list to, and I'm more than happy to do it. But until next time, take it easy. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Be kind. See you in the next one.